Hey guys, back doing some more videos. I've got an eyebrow tutorial for you today, and as you can see, I've already done one side, so I'm going to mirror that on this side and show you guys how I do it while showing you some of my favorite products. Today, the main product I want to show you is Wunderbrow. I'm in love with it. I had been wanting it for a long time. Looked it up online, saw that it was $22 and kind of was like, well, I have enough eyebrow stuff for now. But then I kept hearing all my friends raving about it, and I was very excited to try it when I finally decided to spend the $22. It's really not that much money. I was just like being picky at the moment, but for as long as it lasts and stays, and I mean, I've paid way more for other stupid products like that you think you need and you don't, or whatever. This one though, I do love because it literally won't smear once it's dry. It's like, my eyebrow's not going nowhere. Like, I can just keep, I don't know, you've seen all the videos, I'm sure, online. So I really do love Wunderbrow. However, I do have to say though that the wand slash dipstick, whatever, is kind of more like just like a mascara, a lipstick brush. So it's not very conducive to good shaping or anything. So I just personally like to use my own angled brush for my eyebrows like I always do, but still use the Wunderbrow. And then you guys can watch me even my face out right now. So I'm gonna go in and grab some with my dipstick. Let's just call it. Oops, excuse me. And so I just take my angled brush from MAC. I think it is number, it's worn off, it's so much, 266. Don't quote me, it's pretty rubbed off. I think it's 66. Anyways, so just grab a little bit of product on the end, and it's always best to have obviously your eyebrows shaped before you go into any of this. There's a lot of help that comes from just having them already shaped. Otherwise it's a lot of work, so good luck. Make sure you pluck or wax or thread or whatever you do first. So what I like to do is after I got some product on there, I just go in to the underside of my arch and start filling in where I kind of don't have enough like hairs. Sorry, I'm trying to do it on the wrong side, I think, for this video. I really don't have like enough hair to fill it in to look nice and full like I have the left one. Might be right, I'm not sure how the video flips around. But the finished one. And so I just kind of follow naturally what would be there or where I would like to be hairs. And but I start in the middle and drag it down the tail so that whatever's left at the end is not like a harsh glob. It's very important to make sure you're aware of how much product is on your brush at all times. And don't worry if you get it messy. It does dry over time, but kind of wipe off whatever you might have mistaken. It's not a problem. It does come off very easily with soap and water, so it's not like, oh my gosh, this brush is not ruined after. It's like fine, as long as you clean your stuff properly like you should. So making sure, again, you're aware of how much stuff's on your brush at all times can really be helpful just to know where to go next. Like I said, it's still not a problem though if you do happen to glob it on somehow. It's very easy to get off. If you have to start all the way over, soap and water works just fine. It's not like you need a special cleaner. Made a little harsh right there. So I just like to start in the middle and drag it out towards the end, and then after that I go back and get a little bit more product and just work my way towards the front, which when the rest is coming off of my brush, again, I work it in naturally so that as it gets lighter and lighter, it looks like the end of your eyebrow, where you kind of naturally, it fades in a softer, the edge is very sharp, underneath is going to appear very sharp because of shadows and things that should naturally make it look like the very bottom is where hairs start and grow out from, so that line should be very sharp naturally. Because the hairs flick out like little wisps of grass or something, they're going to look softer towards the top because it's just the end of a hair that's kind of coming to a point. So that's why when you see people, if their eyebrows are drawn in like really harshly all the way around, just like a big block, but oh, it's the right shape, it's like, okay, but that's still not natural looking. Why is that? It is that way because each little hair would look natural if it was each hair. Same with tattoo eyebrows. You want to find someone that does individual hairs, not just a big gun. Sorry to the people that might do permanent makeup and don't like that answer, but if you want to look natural, it's got to be hair by hair. So with this product, I really like it actually because I can go in and it's not too dark, it's not too crazy. This color is the blonde color. So once it dries, it actually gets a little bit lighter than this, how it appears. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it appears darker to me in person on this side, even though that one's dry. So just keep going in until you're satisfied with the shape that you like. And I really, really, really like this stuff because it really doesn't smudge. Like I said, if I'm sweating or working throughout the day, I can touch it, move it, and I really don't have an issue. So this one appears a lot lighter at the top, and this one appears a lot harsher at the top, which I will go back and clean up with some concealer around the edges. That helps sharpen the line as well. So we're gonna show you how to do that right now. So basically that's the shape I'm going for. And a little bit more right here. Sorry, doing this in the mirror and the video all at the same time is a little bit challenging, but hopefully I get used to it. So anyways, I'll save this on the side, clean it for later with soap and water. It really doesn't matter. It's not gonna ruin your brush. It's really easy to come off. It's another thing I like about this product. So back to my, this one's just some random brush I bought online. I don't think it's MAC at all, definitely not. I'm gonna go in and grab, I don't remember if it's NW25, I think is the one that usually matches decent. Right here, same as the Conceal and Correct palette that I used in a prior video. And I just like to go up underneath again and get that line a lot sharper by just making sure that everything that might not be in the right spot is cleaned up. Just kind of gives you a nice little highlighter under your eyebrow as well. And then to boot, it's kind of a double whammy good thing for you, because when you go back to do your eyeshadow, it's definitely going to stick to this, you know, besides the fact that it's already appearing lighter because you're doing a highlight. So if you can just see the difference now, how much more defined that is, and that's not even that much work. That's just me going in and cleaning up the line. I personally like to make sure it's blended down. You could do just a thin line and make it very poignant that you're like, okay, separation. I like to blend it because I'm just a blender, but either way is fine. It's not gonna look too crazy. And I don't wanna, cause this one's a little lighter than my actual skin, I don't wanna go too crazy, but definitely at the tail, because it does tend to catch light right here where your eyebrows raise. It's a little more acceptable to have a slightly lighter color right here as well on the end. Kind of just helps pop out that tail a lot. Other than that, if I want to go on top anywhere, I would go back with my more actual color, not so much. You guys can tell, I'm sure this is way lighter than my actual skin, plus I've already contoured and put some bronzer on for the day. Another fun little trick, if you have any left over, is you can always put a little pop here. That is literally just concealer. If you're doing a simple look for the day, just to go out. If you just put what's kind of left on your brush, I'm grabbing a little bit more because I went real crazy with the blending. You can literally leave this just concealer. You could set it with powder. You could put an even more shimmery pop of eyeshadow on top of that because it will stick to the concealer parts of it. But just grab any little brush that will get you a decently clean line. I use one that's pretty rounded. That way when I'm going in, if I'm sweeping, you know, it's a lot easier to keep a line that I'm sweeping and not get a harsh edge go all over the place. I don't know if you've ever seen people that clean up the French tip on a nail to make the white tip just perfect. It's kind of like that roundness of the sweeping motion that helps you get a good line. Anyways, same principle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of powder in my creases here. And now my face is framed out and I have my eyebrows on for the day. So I could go out like this, maybe a little mascara, but I definitely do like having my eyebrows on. This product's amazing because it doesn't smudge, smear, move. I wake up the next day, I'm like, I still have eyebrows. It's crazy. Obviously, wash it off every once in a while. Every day would be good, but if you don't happen to, you really do wake up the next day and it's like, wow, it's still amazing. So give me any comments, questions below, and I hope you like this product. If you want to go buy it, it's on Amazon. It should be $22. It's probably everywhere as well. I'm an Amazon addict because I don't have to leave the house and I have Prime membership and it ships right to your door in 2 days or less. So check it out, Wunderbrow. This is the blonde color, comes in multiple shades, and thank you for watching.